romantic family, welcome back. In today's video, I cannot wait to share with you a DIY Dollar Tree fabulous fall wreath. So this is episode 18 in my I Love Fall series. We are totally jamming out on my channel for fall. If you guys need to catch up on any of the episodes, I'm going to link the I Love Fall series playlist down below in the description box. You guys can click on that and just go through all the fun fall episodes I have shared with you all so far. I am Olivia and I am a crafty mama with a glue gun. I love to share with you guys how you can make budget-friendly, gorgeous home decor on a teeny tiny budget. So consider subscribing if you all are new. So let's get to creating. You guys, without further ado, plug in your glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. To get started on this Dollar Tree wreath, you'll need some scissors, you'll need some Dollar Tree Deco mesh. I used 6 rolls, 4 orange, 1 purple, and 1 black, and then about 20 pipe cleaners and a Dollar Tree wire wreath form. Then you're going to go ahead and cut your mesh. So I'm just using a can, you can see here at the end, to kind of hold the mesh down, and my daughter was helping me with this. I was so excited because cutting the mesh can be a little tedious. We did double up our rolls, and we're making 18-inch cuts on each row. So for this wreath, I want to do a ruffle method. So I'm cutting my mesh 18 inches. So you're just going to cut all 6 rolls about 18 inches. And you guys can choose whatever color you love. These were the only colors that my Dollar Tree had in. I would really love to snag some of the burlap colored mesh, but hey, sometimes you just have to work with what you have. Also, because I use so many decor pieces on my wreaths, you kind of can't see the mesh after I'm all done anyway. So once you get all your mesh cut, you're going to go ahead and make your ruffle poofs. I'm just taking the mesh and gathering it up and then pinching it between my fingers, and I want to add 2 poofs to each little bundle. So I'm going to make bundles, and they're going to have 2 poofs in each bundle. So just ruffle it kind of up between your fingers. It's good to have a flat surface to ruffle on, that helps. And then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner. I'm going to loop my pipe cleaner on the outer edge. I actually go 1 rung over from the outer edge, and then I just kind of tie it on with the pipe cleaner. This is not fancy at all. You guys are going to see that I'm kind of a little bit of a messy mesh wreath maker. But again, I do put a lot of decor on it, so I feel like that gives me some grace. Now here is my black and purple mesh. Again, I'm just cutting it 18 inches long, and I want to cut all the entire rolls of all of it because I'm going to need all of it to really fill that wreath out. I really like my wreath to be nice and puffy. So I also did alternate too when I was making the little poof ruffles with the orange and the black. So I ruffled up an orange and then ruffled up a black, and then took the pipe cleaner and just tied that together. And then I did the same thing with the orange and purple. So you guys can really get creative with this. Again, I wanted to alternate the colors, so I spaced everything out because I only had 1 roll of the black and 1 roll of the purple. I hope that's making sense. But here's the down low on the Deco mesh. It is so forgiving. Do not be afraid of this. For the longest time, I was always really afraid of Deco mesh, but don't be afraid. So you can see here, I'm just ruffling my orange and my black together. I'm going to pipe cleaner those on, and then I'm going to alternate and do just a solid orange poof. So I'm just doing these little poofs, and I'm going to continue on this process, and I'm only going to make 1 roll of mesh. Because my poofs are 18 inches long and they're pretty puffy because I'm doubling them up, I felt like that gave me enough coverage. And also I'm going to be using a big sign in the center, so I don't need a lot of coverage in the center. And I also had this burlap. I found this at the thrift store for 99 cents. It looked like it was from Hobby Lobby, but I went ahead and also cut 18-inch cuts with the burlap, and I'm just ruffling it and then adding it in. So I'm adding in some Deco mesh poofs and then some burlap poofs. Comment and let me know if you guys have any questions, and also I will put a supply list down below for anybody that needs a little bit more help picking up some of the supplies for this adorable, fun Deco mesh wreath. So once you have all of your little mesh poofs pipe cleanered on, you're going to go ahead and set that aside and prepare your sign. So I'm using the Dollar Tree Farm Fresh pumpkin sign. I love this sign, and I'm just going to take 2 pipe cleaners and I want to attach the pipe cleaner to the back. I'm using a piece of Dollar Tree tag that I just cut apart, and I'm going to hot glue onto the back of the sign, and on top of that little pipe cleaner, the tag, I'm basically making like a little hanger to be able to wire this on to my little wreath. I like to do this because it makes your sign appear like it's floating. You could also staple this to the back, but I find that this works best for me personally. And so I'm just wiring the sign on now with the little pipe cleaners. I'm going into that inner loop of the wreath, as you guys can see, up to the top left corner, and I'm just twist tying that on, easy peasy. And if you wanted to cover up your work, you could add a placemat to the back and just wire a placemat onto the back of your wreath. So now I'm going to do my Olivia Bow, and I chose an assortment of ribbons from the Dollar Tree. All of these are from the Dollar Tree except for that buffalo check plaid. It's in the Christmas section, Hobby Lobby. I'm going to make an Olivia Bow, so you just take your wired ribbon and you loop it over on itself. Now I'm starting with the chevron pattern, and I'm making about a 14-inch long bow. So I used all of the ribbon that was on that roll, and I'm just going to fold it in half to find my center. I'm going to take my scissors and notch the center of the bow on each side, but just make a tiny little bitty notch, because if you cut too far, you'll cut your bow apart, and you don't want to do that. So now I'm taking a piece of pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to pipe cleaner this bow together, and that's going to be the base of my bow. Now you guys know me, I love big bows, and I cannot lie, so I've got to add tons more bows to this, and go ahead and do just a bit of fluffing as you work in and around your bow. Now for my second bow, I'm going to use the buffalo check plaid ribbon. Again, I found this at Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section. It's not wired, but it works pretty good for my projects. And I'm going to make another Olivia Bow, exact same format. You guys just loop the ribbon over on itself. You want to have 3 loops on each side. You can even kind of check it and see. And then you're going to take your scissors, you're going to notch in the center, and then you're going to go ahead and pipe cleaner that on. You'll use the same pipe cleaner that you already used for the chevron bow, because what you're doing is layering them. I love how this creates a really gorgeous boutique bow, and to me it's super simple. Comment and let me know if you guys have any questions about this bow. I gave it a little bit of a fluffing, and now I want to add another ribbon in, and this is that Dollar Tree pumpkin ribbon. I love it. I think it looks really high end, although the quality isn't very high end, but it has a really gorgeous pattern on it with the little swirls and the pumpkins. Again, I'm making a smaller Olivia Bow this time, and I only did 2 loops on each side. So I'm going to notch it in the center and then just go ahead and add it into this bow. You guys can get really creative with these bows. Use whatever colors you love, and also use whatever ribbon you have on hand. Definitely scope out the Dollar Tree for some inexpensive ribbon. You can also find some fun ribbon on sale at your craft stores. So now for the final layer of this bow, I want to use that really pretty Dollar Tree polka dot ribbon. So it has a white background with the black and orange check polka dots. Again, it's a bit of a busy pattern with my bows, but I really wanted it to be very whimsical and fun for this beautiful fall decor wreath. I also want it to match in with the sign and the white pumpkins that I'm going to be adding to this wreath. So now that I have my bow all ready, this is my favorite part. I like to go ahead and hang my wreath as I finish it off so I can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So I'm going to take my huge over the top bow, and I'm just going to go ahead and attach it with a pipe cleaner to the wreath. Now you guys can see that the pipe cleaners are still kind of spiny and on there. I left those on there for a reason, because I want to add some raffia into the wreath, and then I'm going to cut all those pipe cleaner ends off. And so I'm just going to go ahead ahead and give my bow a good fluffing. And you guys know me, I love to dance while I'm making my wreaths. Today's music selection was Madonna, completely old school, all of her old stuff, you guys. I was jamming out, feeling pretty silly. I never know if I'm gonna catch myself in these videos dancing, but for some reason with wreaths, I love to turn up the music and really go to town. So now you guys can see I'm attaching another bow. This is a very similar bow to the one I did up at the top. I'm attaching this bow down on the left hand side corner. This was actually the one I was going to use at the top, but I ended up creating another one at the top. Make sure you guys make your bows big and full when you're attaching them to a deco mesh wreath, because the deco mesh wreath really likes to kind of swallow your bow. So make it really, really large. Now my favorite part for these wreaths is to add in some raffia. This is so amazing for fall, and it just is perfect. So I'm just adding in some raffia. I'm taking some of those pipe cleaners that are already on there, and I'm just tying the raffia in with those pipe cleaners. That way we're not having to use any hot glue yet on this wreath. And I really like to add a lot of raffia into these fall wreaths. So I probably used 3 bundles. Now the Dollar Tree raffia comes 2 to a bundle, and so you guys can really get a lot of use out of this. It's also kind of covering some of that purple mesh up with that, which I'm completely fine with. I wasn't really wanting to use purple in this wreath, and it ends up you end up not being able to see the purple at all. But I did want to go ahead and give it a little bit of dimension, and I'm also just using what I had on hand and what they had available in my store. So I'm also kind of starting to trim back some of those pipe cleaners now, as you guys can see. I want to trim the ends off of those. We don't want to see those hanging off of our wreath. And the other thing you guys can do to make the ribbon tails really pretty is go ahead and cut a triangle upwards. So dovetail those ends. That's going to give you a beautiful boutique clean finish edge. Now the other thing I want to do is add more dimension at the top with some more raffia, and now I want to go in with the fun detail parts. And I'm telling you, I love adding pumpkins. You guys can just take one of your floral stems, poke it up through those Dollar Tree foam pumpkins, and that will give you a little pumpkin pick without having to pay for a pumpkin pick. Sometimes they can be a little pricey. And now I'm using some of those Dollar Tree fall leaves that have some berries in them. I just want to continue to layer and add dimension to this wreath, so I ended up using some leaves and some pumpkins, just a tiny bit of greenery, because if you guys can see on that sign, it did say farm fresh. So I want this to really feel like we were out in the pumpkin patch, and everything that was out in the pumpkin patch with the daisies and the pumpkins and the berries and the greenery, like it was all ready, and it was really an experience. So I like to give my wreaths an experience. Call me crazy, you guys, but I just think it's such a fun thing to do to set the stage for your fall decor. So here it is in all of its glory. Now you guys can see off to the left where I decorated that cute little shelf. I shared a DIY with you guys on all of those florals as well, but I'm really loving, I feel like this looks really cohesive, and just that they both complement each other really well. I was so thrilled with how this came out. I still do want to make a really big beautiful wreath for my front door, but I always love to have one in my dining room as well. I just think it makes it feel really festive. And also I had to share with you guys this delicious smelling applewood candle. I picked this up at TJ Maxx because I had a little gift card for there, but it was really big and beautiful. It was only $12, which to me is a little bit pricey for a candle, but it was such a large size. I'm just really hoping that it burns well. So far I haven't had any problems. And this is just set with that beautiful mirrored tray and some candy corn, and then the Dollar Tree Harvest blessing sign. I am just really thinking that this is looking absolutely gorgeous, so festive, and then the touches of greenery make you still feel like it's late summer, early fall. Again, still going from that transitional decor, really beginning to warm up to fall. You guys can always pull the greenery out of your displays if you need to. Again, I'm loving this. You guys comment and let me know what you think about this. I'm so interested to hear what you guys think. Are you going to be creating a wreath for your door for fall? I think it's just such a fun, festive way to go. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. And what do you guys think about this Olivia Bow? Have you tried it? I know a lot of you have really had a lot of success with it. As the holidays roll through, I'm definitely going to be sharing with you guys some more bows. I want to try some different types of bows too. But you guys, I'm telling you, I am bow challenged. So that's why this Olivia Bow has always really spoken to me. And also I wanted to share with you guys just a quick little fun recipe. I've really been jamming out with vegetables lately. So I had this asparagus and I wanted to share with you guys what I did with it. I've always been afraid of asparagus. I don't know why, but I just took the asparagus and I cut kind of some of those ends off. I cut about 2 inches off the ends, and then I melted about 3 tablespoons of butter, and then I'm just adding salt and pepper to the butter. I have my oven on 350, and I'm just brushing the asparagus with some butter, and it came out so delicious. I believe I baked it for about 9 minutes. You can also brush it with some bacon juice. I've been trying out the keto diet and I've had some success with it so far. So this is just a fun little veggie that I wanted to share with you guys. I did end up making some meatballs and noodles for the kiddos with some pasta sauce, but for me, I was going more for the veggies, and then I was able to eat the meatballs on my keto diet. And then another thing I wanted to share with you guys is I have graduated to reading glasses. You guys, check this out. I didn't even realize until Mr. Romantic had a pair laying around. He told me to try them, and then I realized I probably need to make an eye doctor appointment. And again, here's that carrot cake. I know some of you guys had said that you had tried this. This is the Betty Crocker carrot cake. It is so delicious with the cream cheese frosting, giving me all those fall vibes. I'm just loving this, and I'm loving you guys for being here. So thank you guys again. It's just such a special fun time with these DIYs and these videos with you guys, and you guys just really have been melting my heart, kind of like this icing over here. I mean, who can resist a fresh baked carrot cake? I did have a little tiny nibble, but again, I've been doing the keto, and so I've been trying to kind of reduce the amount of sugar and sweets that are going on in my life. So thank you all so much for joining me on another DIY and decorating adventure. You guys, I just love you so much. If you're new and you love to craft and decorate and just everything to do with heart, family, and home, consider subscribing. I would love to have you all here. And for everybody that comes back and comments and likes and shares, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is a true blessing and a total honor to have you all here. And for everybody that's sharing their beautiful crafting pictures and DIYs over my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page, thank you so much. You're so inspiring and you're so kind to one another. I just love this community. So if you guys want to join that Facebook group page, just pop over there, request to join. I'll approve that request, and you can have fun, so much fun just sharing your DIY pictures with me and everybody on that page. And also, I do have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page if you guys like Instagram and sharing pictures over there. So thank you all so much for your love and support. I have so many more fun DIYs coming for you. Again, this is episode 18 in my I Love Fall series, and if you guys need to catch up on any of the episodes that you missed, or you just need some fun DIY inspiration, click on that I Love Fall series playlist. It's right down below in my description box, and you guys can just jam out all through all the episodes of the I Love Fall series so far. Also, if you love summer and you're still totally into summer, or you need some coastal or shabby chic girly, any kind of decor that we did during the summer, I have a 70 DIY Dollar Tree playlist. I'm going to link that down below as well. And if you are crazy about Christmas like I am, and you want to go ahead and get a jump start on some of your Christmas crafts, I have a playlist that has over 100 DIYs in it. Again, I'm going to link all those playlists down below, so you guys can totally get your craft on for whatever season you love. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I have a bunch more DIYs and decorating coming for you this week. It is a true blessing again and an honor to have you here. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.